About Greek vases. Greek pottery was created for everyday use. Even though they may seem too beautiful to use, artists shaped their symmetrical pottery on a potter's wheel and divided the surfaces into horizontal bands. The clay that the artist used was readily available throughout Greece. The preferred clay was called Attic clay, which had a high iron content and gave the vase an orange-red color. The images told the story of everyday life, with images often being repeated around the vase. Some patterns or objects were solid while others were outlined. Every band was filled with geometric shapes like circles, arcs, triangles, zigzags, wavy lines, and herringbone patterns. Let's go ahead and get started, beginning with the end in mind. Take one of these images of a Greek vase or Greek pottery that you would like to use as you get started. Choose one of them and start making your horizontal bands. I like to curve my bands so that it makes it look like it's going around the pottery. Yes, it's horizontal, but the idea sheets that is provided on the supply table might help you get started as you begin your curved lines, so that it looks like the horizontal bands continue around the three-dimensional object. So use your idea sheet. You'll notice that mine's placed right beside me as I begin drawing out some of those geometric shapes and interesting line designs. You know, like the circles or triangles or maybe even herringbone patterns. The idea sheets from ancient Greece were super helpful as I got started. You can either decide to do your project all with geometric shapes, or you might decide to draw an interesting design of daily life. You know, the idea sheet has some patterns or ideas of animals or people that you might want to apply to your project. Really, it's up to you. I just had fun drawing out and sketching. You'll notice I'll take my pencil, and this is kind of the part that took a lot of time. I started drawing so that I had an idea of what kind of pattern that I wanted into my geometric shaped pottery. So once I've got my plan in pencil, then I'm going to go ahead and try to use up as much of the space as possible. So by the time that I'm done in pencil, I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's not a lot of blank or open, boring space into the pottery. That's why I started out in the images that you saw at the beginning. Not only did I give images of ancient Greek pottery, but I also wanted to provide you with lots of different ideas of patterns, lines, and shapes that you could use to draw out and sketch your ideas. So take your time on this step. This is the step that makes it look, you know, really geometric, interesting, and fun to do. Perfect. Now that I've got it drawn in pencil, I really sped up the video because I just wanted to quickly go through these last couple sets of directions. Once you're done in pencil, take a Sharpie and go over outlining your designs. Once you've outlined it with black Sharpie, this is the part that really makes it look cool. I'm taking my Sharpie and I'm coloring in or filling in some of those designs to show high contrast between the white and black areas. Use that black Sharpie to show contrast. Look at the difference what it looked like it outlined compared to the difference that it looks like filled in with some black spaces, showing contrast. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and use some of those colors that the images at the beginning showed us. You know, some of those attic clay colors, the high iron, maybe earth tone colors. Pick out a small amount of colors for your color scheme. I tried to keep mine to earth tone colors like yellows, browns, and oranges, maybe even some reds, but you're not going to need a lot of colors. In fact, please do not use a lot of colors. Keep it to a color set, a small amount of colors throughout your project. Again, if you think about those images from the beginning of the video, there wasn't a lot of colors throughout these Greek vases. There was a lot of similarities of colors as you get started. So as you take either crayons, colored pencils, oil pastels, keep your color choices limited. Let's take a moment to review. When you get your piece of paper, whichever kind of pattern you want, draw out some designs in pencil. Outline in Sharpie. Use your black Sharpies to show contrast by filling some areas in, and use a limited color palette to color. Thanks everyone. Have fun!